So we've done Dharmander Singh, right? Dharmander Singh, that's me. We've done Bollywood, ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, yeah? We've done Birmingham, all right, mate, right? We've done Berlin, yeah? Hello! And now let's get to Brexit, right? Yeah, man. This part of the show actually is my favourite part of the show because every single year, like I said, I've been doing this show for a long time now. Every single year, this is the part of the show that changes. Like Brexit has changed, right? And I remember when Brexit first happened, right? With the vote. I remember going to bed that night thinking, hey, we got this in the bag, man. We in America. We're going to be fine. So I went to bed and I got up the next day and I put on the TV and I was like, Scooby-Doo, right? Scooby-fucking-Doo. And it really freaked me out when Brexit happened, right? Because I'd been living here for like 6 years. I had a life here. So I was like, no. What? No. Don't send me back to the island. I don't want to go back to a third world country, right? I like the public transport here. It's good, right? You know. But then the day of Brexit, though, the day of Brexit actually happening, though, the Berlin government, they sorted me out. On the day of Brexit actually happening, the Berlin government, they sent me a letter giving me permanent residency, everyone! Permanent residency! Yeah, man. If you didn't clap at that, you're AFD. And like, more permanent residency. And yeah, man, they sent me a letter. It was like, yeah! You can stay. We need more brown people in the city who aren't Turkish. I was like, Salam alaikum, Habibi. Welche Soße, bitte? Yeah. But you know what? When Brexit did happen, though, it made me realise again how privileged I've been in my life. How bloody privileged I've been. Also because of a decision that my parents made before I was even born. And that decision was moving from this part of the world over to this part of the world. So when eventually I was born with a piece of paper called the British passport, yeah? A piece of paper that allowed me to cross borders and go places where people of my colour couldn't go, yeah? And then I thought, I'm going to have this taken away from me, right? And even with Brexit, I know the British passport, it's got some clout, especially with my Indian friends, yeah? And when I say Indian friends, I mean real Indians, yeah? Straight from the source, right? Because they'll talk to me and they'll be like, hey, Dharmander, because they know how to say it, right? Dharmander, you lucky bastard. Lucky bastard, huh? British passport, huh? British passport. Hey. Let me touch it. Taste of guilt. And potatoes. And I thought, what, man? Suddenly my right to travel might be stopped, because that is one of the greatest privileges we have as human beings, is the right to travel, yeah? To go to different places. Because for me personally, traveling is a great way to sort out the prejudices that you have. Go and check out the places for yourself, yeah? Because what I've realised in all these years of travel is that most people that I meet want the same kind of things, yeah? They want the same kind of things. Doesn't matter what country I go to. If people are parents, they want a better life for their kids, yeah? They want an easier life for their kids. If people are single, they're looking for a connection of some sort. That might be religion, music, sex, drugs. In Berlin, all four. If people are in a relationship, they're looking to keep that connection, yeah? Or maybe bring in someone else in. Again, we're in Berlin, right? And what I've realised in travelling this planet for so many years is certain things are always the same. For example, no matter where I go, bus drivers are always bastards, yeah? Now, I'm sorry if you're a bus driver out there. You are being a beautiful person right now. But as soon as you get in your bus, you're a bastard to me, right? And here's my proof. I was in England not too long ago, right? And I'm sitting on the bus, right? And I'm sitting near the front of the bus. I'm getting all nostalgic, right, and shit. And there I am. And then I'm looking at the bus driver, right? And then suddenly this kid starts running for the bus, right? And he's actually like, driver, hold the door. And the driver, I see him watching him. He's watching him. He's watching him. And he waits till the kid is a foot away from the door. And he's like, piss off. And he just drives off, man. Bastard, innit? Bastard, right? It's not just buses, though. I was in Paris, right? I'm on the tram, right? Again, sitting near the front. I'm looking at the driver. This kid starts running for the tram. He's like, hold the tram. Hold the tram. Check out my French. And the driver's just there watching him. And the kid's a foot away from the door. And he's like, piss a le oof. And it just goes off. And I'm thinking, bastard, man, bastard, right? But you know what? Those people who run for the bus or the train, they're my favourite people. Because they still have hope. And that's what we need in this world these days, isn't it? We need a little bit of hope, yeah. And I see these people every single day in Berlin, right? And actually, I watch out for them. I call them the door battlers, yeah. God bless you. The door battlers, yeah. And you'll see them as well, to the point that I've made a league of these door battlers. The bottom of the league is the losers. They never make the door. You'll have seen them before, and actually you're sick, you're like, fuckers. And I'll be at Alexanderplatz, I'll be on the train, and then the door will go, and that's when they appear out of the shadows. Always carrying Primark bags for some reason. And the door goes, and then they start running for the door, hold the door. And just before they get to the door closes, yeah, and they bang their heads. And the bags fly everywhere like schmetterlings. And because this is Berlin, ain't it? Everyone needs to look cool, ain't it? Needs to look cool, yeah? So then they just look at everyone on the train like, I meant to do that. It's part of an art project. Yeah. And then the train goes off and they're like, choosy. I deserve that. I shop at Primark. And yeah, and they do. And then the second people in the league are the nearly winners. The people who nearly make the door. And this is usually Americans, right? I don't know, it's something to do with confidence or something, right? The door will just about to close. And then just as it's going to close, they slip in, don't they? And then they just look at you like, ha, made the door. USA, 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 USA. Poo, 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 poo. Because this is how Americans say hello, isn't it? Yeah? Hello, poo, 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 especially if your country is oil. Hello, poo, 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 poo. We're going to take this, we're going to take that, but we're going to give you democracy. Because we're not really using it. And here, have some women's rights as well. And racial equality. And dieting. And then they look at you and it all cocky like, I make the door. And then they go to walk off, but their bag is caught in the door, isn't it? They're like, I meant to do that. Poo, 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 right? But my favourites are the winners, isn't it? the winners. Because if you can see someone make the door, that means we can all make the door, innit? There is hope for us all, right? And then the other time, I actually saw this happen, right? I was at Merringdam. Do people know Merringdam? Okay, so you'll know what I'm on about, right? So at Merringdam, you get different trains on the same platform, innit? So there I was on my train, right? And then this other train comes along. And then people start running off this train to my train, yeah? Except this one fella, this Turkish-looking fella, cool as a cucumber in a bowl of hot sauce. Beastie Boys cool, right? Cool as Clint Eastwood, yeah? But Clint Eastwood back in the day, right? Not the racist one we've got now. And he just gets off the train just like, doo-loo-loo, wah, wah, wah. Doo-loo-loo, wah, wah, wah. And he looks at me and I look at him and we have this telepathic link like me and you are having right now. The show's nearly done. Wait till then, please. And but if you have to go, go. And he looks at me and he's just like, I'm gonna get this train. And he just starts strolling, man. Strolling. Taking his time. Like he's in West Side Story or something. You know what I mean? It's one of the Jets or the Sharks. Like, da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Bam, bam, bam. And then this little old woman comes in front of him and he's just like, shh. I'm gonna get this train. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bam, bam, bam. And then this little row of school kids comes and he just hops over them. Gute Kinder. Stay in school. I'm gonna get this train. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bam, bam, bam. Now my door starts going, so I start panicking. Like, I'm like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I've invested way too much time in you now, right? I need conclusion to this story, right? But he don't give a F, right? He's just strolling. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bam, bam, bam. This guy comes up to him asking for some change, right? He's just like that. Paching. Bitteschön. You should have stayed in school. I'm gonna get this train. And it just keeps going, man. And then just before my doors close, right, this guy, he turns around. He moonwalks onto the train, yeah? He turns around like, ah, hee, hee. The doors close behind him. The whole train is like, wah! I'm like, wah! I need to hug this guy right now! But then my English side kicked in. So all I could do was... And then he looked at me and he was like, fuck on, bitte! And it was the one day I forgot my fucking far card. So they took 60 euros off me. You guys, I just really got to thank you guys. I got to thank everyone involved in this. I've been Dharmander Singh. You guys have been wonderful. Good night.
Ready and so prepared as the old man who dared to fight the dragon who threatened his lands. Stars are falling from the sky.